Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to Atlanta Grill Company. Today I'm going to fire up the Kamado Joe Classic 3 and we're going to make a batch of smoked chili in a Dutch oven. So let's get started. We're going to get our chili started by prepping our meat. I've got some diced chuck roast here that I've cut up, and I'll give you all these ingredients and quantities in the video description. I've got some onion that I've diced up as well, and I've got a couple of cloves of minced garlic here. And I'm just going to get these in my bowl and kind of mix this up a little bit. And then I'm going to drizzle on probably about 2 tablespoons of melted ghee that I just kind of lightly melted in the microwave. I want to toss this, and then I'm going to put this out on a quarter sheet, and I'm just going to spread that out. And we're going to take that out, put that on the grill, and let that get some smoke. I've got my Kamado Joe Classic 3 running today at 225. I'm using the Fireboard 2 to control my temperature today. And I'm going to open up the grill. We're going to set this guy on here and we're going to let that collect smoke for about an hour, and then we'll be back. We've been going about an hour now, and we've been going in some really light smoke. I've got some smoke to these onions, garlic, and this meat. So now we're going to move on to the next stage of our cook. The first thing I want to do here is transfer the meat, onions, and garlic that we've been smoking into my Dutch oven. And once that's in, I'm going to add beef stock. And then I've got 2 cubes of beef bouillon. And then I'm going to add a bottle of Guinness. And then I'm going to add my mixture of dried beans. And then I'm going to add chili powder, and I'm just going to give that a stir, and then we're going to put this back on the grill. So I'm going to crack the grill back open. We're going to set this guy on here. I'm going to put the lid on, but we're going to leave the lid cracked for the next hour. And at this stage I am going to ramp the temperature up to 275. I'm going to let the Fireboard continue to run the grill and let it dry for the entire cook. I was in such a hurry to get this going, I forgot to put a couple of ingredients in here that I wanted to put. I want to put about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce in there, and I want to put about a teaspoon of fish sauce. And if you're not a fan of the umami that fish sauce brings, just leave that one out. Okay, we've been going for another hour here, and at this point I want to open up, and we're good. We're going to put the cover on this Dutch oven. Now you're at a point here where you can do whatever you want. Since we're going to put the cover on the Dutch oven, you can leave it on the grill, you can take it inside and put it in the oven, or you can even put it in a crock pot at this point. But I'm going to leave mine on the grill, and I'm going to leave it in here for about another 7 to 8 hours. Probably going to come back after 7 hours because we've got some additional things to add to this. So we'll come back and do that and then let it go for a final hour. So we'll be back in 7. We're coming up on about the 7-hour mark now, and we're ready to add our last set of ingredients. So oh yeah, that's looking amazing in there. So what we're going to do now is I've got 1 can of diced tomatoes that we're going to add to that. I've got 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste that we're going to get all that in there. I've got another dump of chili powder, and I've got about a tablespoon of ground cumin. And if you can grind your cumin fresh here, it's definitely worth it. And I'm also going to squeeze in about a tablespoon or so of honey, which is going to knock back the acidity on this just a little bit. So I'm going to stir all this in. Man, this smells amazing. I wish you could smell this. It smells as good as it looks. So I'm going to put the lid back on this, and we're going to let it, from this point you can let it go another 30 minutes to an hour. I'm probably going to go for an hour. Okay, with about 30 minutes to go in this cook, I came out here just a minute ago and I wanted to check my chili for salt. I ended up adding maybe a teaspoon of salt to this to bring it up to where I like it. So we're going to let that continue to simmer for about another 30 minutes, and then we're going to call that done. Here we go. We are done. I'm ready to take this off, and let's have a final look at that. Guys, this is some amazing chili. It tastes fantastic. You're going to have to give this one a try, and let me know what you think. There's a lot of different ways to make chili, and this is just one of my favorite ones. So until next time, this is John Setzler with Atlanta Grill Company.